Hi guys, welcome to Science in 5. I can explain it in 5 minutes. I'm going to talk about triboelectric charging and the triboelectric series. Let's start by talking about the three particles that we find in materials. Protons, positively charged, electrons, negatively charged, and neutrons, neutral. Positive, the protons and the neutrons reside in the nucleus, and we can call them the nucleons, and the electrons orbit around the nucleus. Fine. What then is a neutral object? A neutral object has an equal number of positive and negative charges, protons and electrons. So there you can see in this example 3 protons, 3 electrons, neutral object, 0 charge. What about a positively charged object? Well, in this case, there is an imbalance. There are now more protons than electrons. So you can see now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 protons there, and there's 3 electrons. So which means there's an extra 2. So the charge on this object is +2, positively charged. How about negatively charged object? Well, we've now added more electrons to the object. So there's now an excess of electrons. So in this example, you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 protons, which means I've got a charge of -1. Okay, that's how objects can be neutral, or can be positively charged or negatively charged. Triboelectric means rubbing 2 objects together and they get charged. Okay, so when you rub two different objects together, they can get charged. So triboelectric charging is a technical term for that process. Alright, now during the charging or the rubbing, there is movement of charge between the two. There's some kind of charge transfer. And we have already said that the electrons orbit around the nucleus, whilst the nucleons, the protons and neutrons, are localized. They are not free to move. So the electrons are the ones that are charged between are transferred between 2 materials. Only electrons can move during this process of triboelectric charging. Now the triboelectric series shows us there are different materials that are arranged according to their tendencies to either form a positive charge or a negative charge. The materials that form a positive charge are at the top. Materials that tend to form a negative charge are at the bottom. Okay, so for example, if I was to take aluminium and rub it with sulfur, aluminium will end up getting a positive charge and the sulfur will end up being negatively charged. Okay, and again, another important thing about this table is that the further 2 materials are from each other, the easier it is to get them charged. For example, if you take the human hands and if you take Teflon, there's such a huge difference between these materials on the triboelectric series, so therefore they can easily be charged. Okay, but if you take 2 materials that are close to each other, for example, if you take cotton and steel, they are so close to each other, they've got hardly a significant difference in their ability to be charged. So chances are that these materials will not be charged. So if you are going to design the interior of a body like a spacecraft, in theory you would need materials that are close to each other on this table, because the chances of those materials getting charged is very less than materials that are far apart from each other. Okay guys, thanks for watching.